Good morning. I want to pull the cards again and ask about Trump's racist rhetoric. I'm going to pull the cards a little differently this time. I'm changing it up. I want to pull the first card as the subject rather than it being, one of the last cards. So we know what it is going in. So the center of it all is about his abuse of power, his rhetoric that he does, his an abuse of power when it comes to migrants, etc., his racist drama that he has. So what the energy that he's bringing into this is, looking at the cup here, looking to see what's under the surface with this. The cup of abominations is what I call it on occasion. So what we have going into it, above it, we have the wheel is turning. So that's what's happening now. What's happening now is the wheel is turning when it comes to his abuses and looking at the drama that he brings. The challenge, or what's crossing all of this, is higher knowledge, or the sages who you go to for advice. Also could be sometimes the religiosity. Religion, are they going on this, the delusional thing that they have of the, what do they call it, the evangelicals, the evil angels churches, as I like to call them, because they're not preaching Christ. Christ is embracing those that are there. And the evangelicals or evil angels are, they've actually said, what is Christ teaching this liberal crap for? We don't want that, okay? So the Antichrist, I say Antichrist is a movement. It's not a particular one individual. It's this movement that pretends to be Christian, but it is anti-Christian values in the end. So that's what we have crossing it. The outcome is a victory. Okay. So what we have on one side of it, we have this, his stance that he has, that he's an absolute monarchy in his stance. This is not changing. The other side of it, we have, again, his wanting to hold on to power. When it comes to that, this abuse of power, he wants to have absolute loyalty, okay? The king, his mental thing of just, this, again, abusive nature, and being able to, the King of Rods being able to put into motion whatever he wants to put into motion. When it comes to this, I would say the Hierophant in this case, and a victory coming out of that, is this anti-Christian drama. And of course, underneath of it is about his ultimately wanting total and complete control going forward in that motion. So when it comes to his rhetoric, anti-immigrant, the center of it, we have his abuse of power, abusive nature, with his absolute unchanging, uncompromising drama, mental drama that he puts out there on a daily basis, and his right to action now that he's got that Supreme Court thing. And underneath of it all, he wants to be emperor. He wants to be in charge of all of this. So again, going into it, we have the cup being opened, being revealed of his cup of abominations. What's going on now? The wheel is turning. The challenge is this religiosity. Are they going to have genuine Christianity that's across this, the sages, the real advice, or are they going to have this antichrist drama that they've been putting out, these evangelicals, and when it comes to the outcome is a victory. So yeah, he's wanting a victory to go in and just put out his drama, what he has going, and he loves, like he said, he loves the evangelicals, the evil angel churches that puts him on a pedestal, but really they are 100% antichrist movement, because you don't put on a pedestal and worship a man that's broken all the 10 Commandments over and over and over again. And they put him up as some grand leader. So yeah, it's just the insanity of all of this. Oh my goodness. I think while we're doing that, we're going to also pull the Lenormand and see what it has to say on this. See if it's going to give us a different viewpoint, etc. But let's see, in the center of it, what this is revolving around is sacrificing. And we know he's willing to sacrifice anybody around him in any moment. This guy has no conscience. So the energy coming into it is cutting. Okay. What's happening now? Above it is at the heart of the matter. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. The challenge is his storylines that he continues to try to create. These ongoing storylines with an outcome of trying to move this forward, keeping this in motion. On one side of it, we have the health of the situation, and the other side of it, we have the writings, and I think this has to do with, the Supreme Court rulings. And underneath of it all, I almost pulled the wrong one, is anchoring this in, okay? So, again, the center, what this is revolving around is sacrifices when it comes to the health of the nation due to these rulings that they're trying to anchor in, going into it, cutting the heart of things with his other storylines that he continues to try to do about moving forward with his just abusive rhetoric about when it comes to immigrants, etc. So I'm going to leave that here. It's just basically saying he's toxic. He doesn't care who he sacrifices so he can get into power. And that's the way it is. He just continues to put these storylines out, egregious things time and time and time again, that the migrants coming in, they're all Hannibal Lecters, they're all rapists, they're all criminals, they're all from crazy places, they're all being sent out from the prisons, they're coming in here wearing Biden shirts and trying to vote for Biden. It's just insanity, okay? It's his absolute insanity, and every day it just keeps getting worse and more egregious and more blown up into this craziness. So on that note, I'll leave that here.